The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts,
Barry Church, Danny McCray, and Newy Scruggs.
Here we are, Friday. Players Lounge, the two players, Barry Church, reality star Danny McCray.
Yes.
Still rolling.
Still rolling.
Still rolling, baby.
He's still in the mix.
Rolling.
Still
Like Limp Bizkit, where he rolling.
He's still in the mix, man. He's
Yeah,
still in the
we
mix,
still
man.
in there, man. We just surviving. That's all. Surviving.
I like what you did right there. I like what you did. I like
Okay,
what you
that's
did.
great. It'd be nice if you got get some of your followers to
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
tell us.
They don't want
Watch
to
the
hear.
podcast.
They don't want to hear nothing about the Cowboys.
They ain't messing with
They
them,
just want to
huh?
hear tea and drama that happened in that compound. That's all they want to hear.
And you know what?
That's what I want to hear, too. Where's the tea at?
So what country was the reality show shot in that you did?
We were in Argentina. We was in Buenos Aires.
Okay.
You know, just hanging out.
Was it cold? It was cold down there?
It was fall.
Because
It was fall down there, so
the jackets on
bro,
and stuff.
yeah,
I'm
bro.
like, I
It's,
ain't
you know,
know it got
because the
cold down
season's a little different, but at nighttime, yeah, bro. That wind don't play with you.
Dang.
We had the shivers.
I thought they got y'all in like this big old warehouse looking
Yeah.
thing. I thought y'all was gonna be up in like this palatial estate with the pools and all this other stuff.
Yeah. You and the other 28 people who was on the show thought the same thing.
Had y'all boys in some bunk beds out there. I was like,
I said, bro, what the hell?
God.
I watched this show for so long. They've always been in mansions with swimming pools, all this type of stuff, bro. We had a jacuzzi with no water in that thing. Didn't get hot when they did put the water in there. I'm talking about, it was literally a Staples warehouse that they renovated and turned into a compound.
You too can be a former Dallas Cowboys player and now reality TV show. Get the
true.
kids out their dreams.
Shout out to Emmy, baby. And then you too can be like Newy Scruggs.
Get you in there. Was it two Emmys?
Brother, don't.
Two
A couple more there. But
my bad. I sell them short. My bad.
You have to. He said a couple more than that.
I had a longer road travel.
Okay.
You went to this man went to LSU, won national championship. Man, you know,
this is true.
A lot of good things was ahead of this man when you go through there like that. That SEC.
It was still rough. Didn't get drafted. Walked on. Pretty much walked on to here. Gave me $5K. Said, "Come on, come to training camp. Throw your body around," and we ended up making it.
So your signing bonus was $5,000.
$5,000 after tax. I think it was like $3,300.
And then what you had to get an agent?
3% of that.
Yeah, them 3% ain't. Yeah,
I tell people all the time.
Well,
Don't forget about the
it was
agent.
3% of 5, and then I got the rest of it.
And you see now, it was the safety for the guy. Marquis Bell got $200,000 undrafted. I'm like, man, what?
Yeah.
That's the type of bread
play
we
your
get
spot.
to get. I'm like, oh.
So what did you get coming out of Toledo? What
11.
11.
Yeah, I got $11,000 to come down here.
What did Romo get? Did Romo get 10 or 15?
I think he got like 15. I want to say he got like 15. I might be wrong on that, but I think he got like 15. Because it was like, man, Romo got 15. Yeah. At that point, it was like, man, undrafted dude getting 15.
Okay,
That's what's
so
up.
this is the great thing about doing the Players Lounge podcast. So let the folks understand what $200,000 for number 41 Bell means when we're talking about making the team in the expectations.
Well, if you're getting that high of a bonus being an undrafted guy, you already got your leg up on all the other guys in there. You might be considered like a 7th or a 6th round.
No, you just call it 8th. You an 8th rounder.
You
like,
8th rounder.
You was
like,
getting drafted.
Yeah, you might as well be drafted.
And they put enough money on it to make sure that you came to the squad.
Yeah.
Like, when you offer a guy 5 or 11, it's like, all right, if he takes it, he takes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So they wasn't probably in a bidding war with somebody else, and the prices kept going up, and he ended up going with the Cowboys. I don't know that for sure, but that's what it seemed like to me.
So as undrafted guys, how many teams did you have calling you, and how did you decide on the Cowboys go?
I think I had 2. I can't even remember what the other one was, but I decided based on the safeties that were on the roster at the time when I got here. I think it was they were moving Allen Ball to safety.
Yep.
They had Mike Hamlin. You had
Pat Watkins.
You didn't have one of those guys that you knew that you wouldn't be able to beat out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was Allen Ball's first year starting at safety,
he
I
went
think.
from corner to safety.
For myself, I had like 3 or 4, and when I looked at it, Joe DiCamillis hit me up and was like, "Hey man, we liked your tape. We think you could do well here for special teams." And then Brent Maxey ended up he's represented by my same agency. Mm-hmm. So that was that tie right there, and they was like, "Hey, your safeties coach is here. We represent the safeties coach. You might want to slide over to Dallas." And that's all I needed to hear. So I was up in there.
I did get an opportunity to talk to young Bell. I made sure I went after practice and introduced myself, and we interviewed him for a little bit. confident guy. Confident guy, and but in a humble kind of way. He believes in his ability. He's learning what he can do. They love J-Ron Curves, who they call JK.
JK, okay.
I'm not saying he's going to be the next JK, but when you talk about a vision for a guy, and Dan Quinn's about a vision for a player, he looks at Bell and says, you know what? In a perfect scenario, if we could train you to be JK2, we'd be really happy. So when you watch Saturday night in LA at SoFi Stadium, Chargers Cowboys, keep an eye on number 41.
He's bigger than I thought he was. I thought he had some size on him, but I didn't think he was that tall. What would you give him, like 6?
Yeah.
He about 6 foot? Yeah, I thought he was around I thought he was smaller than that. But the one thing I want to see from him, he got all the characteristics to be that, box guy, the box safety, linebacker, extra guy. I want to see, can he do the deep half? Can he do the middle of the field and not be, labeled and put in that box where, you're just strictly in the box safety. You can't go in and you can't do anything, coverage-wise, anything like that. So I want to see, in SoFi, if he's going to be able to do that. And if he can do that, we're working with something there.
Church is a little different than me, okay, because we had different experiences in the league. I want to see him carve out his niche. if that's what he is, because JK probably can play the deep middle and the half.
Yeah.
But when we see him make his best plays, he's up in the mix. He's blitzing, up in the box. Yeah. He's sometimes blitzing off the edge. He's in the box making those plays. If you are really great at that and you're just okay at playing the middle or the half, don't let them put you back there. All right? Don't let them put you back there, right? Because that will quickly overshadow how good you play down in the box. Because all of a sudden they're going to start saying, oh, well, we could put them in the middle if we need to, or the safeties don't need to rotate. I mean, they can rotate instead of you coming over. And all of a sudden you stuck in the middle the whole entire game.
And that's the worst.
And you getting taken advantage of because the opposing team knows what your strengths and weaknesses are.
And that's the worst. Like, I used to hate when they, Church, just get in the middle of the field. Just get it. Because after a while, you get bored back there, and you just like, all right, here I'm backpedaling. You try to, then you see all the runs coming at you, and when you got that running back busting through the line of scrimmage, and it's just you and him with all that space, that's probably the hardest outside of, making a flat tackle on a swing pass or something like that. That's probably one of the hardest tackles to make when you got a running back coming at you full speed and you're the only defender in the middle of the field. It gets tough.
We played with Adrian Peterson and Marshawn Lynch and those guys, right? So if you get one of those guys coming untouched through the hole and it's just you and him, at that point, it's just figuring out how to get them down. It's difficult.
Got to get a shoelace.
And when we were playing, that would happen 4 or 5 times a game.
And you would literally fight to go down. You're like, no, it's my turn to go down. You in the middle of the field. We used to hate that.
So don't let the people send you to the middle. Don't listen to church, okay? Don't listen to church. I want to see if you can play the middle of the head. No, man, stay where your bread is butter. Know where your bread is butter, man. If you are good down in the box, stay your butt down in the box.
Just don't get labeled as just a box safety, man. Don't do that, man.
Here in the studios, we're seeing the Cowboys and the Broncos preseason game is going on right now here in the SWBC Mortgage Dallas Cowboys podcast studio. And very different because I was at the game, so very different looking at it on TV. And they show from this is the Denver cast on it right here. So KUSA had that, so you just kind of seeing more Broncos there. But very interesting. So let me ask you guys here as former players. What did they, and take me back to your experience, what were they asking you to do in the preseason game number 2 after your first game, and what did they take you through in terms of what they wanted to see correct and go do?
Well, for me, it was a little different. The first game, me and Danny, we basically started that game because, Sensen Ball and Allen Ball, I don't think they played at all.
It was a Hall of Fame game.
It was a Hall of Fame game, so we were in there from the middle of the first quarter all the way till the end of the game. Special teams as well. Probably one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life. I mean, that was brutal. But then the second game came around, and I guess they wanted to see if, Pat Watkins was worth, sticking around for, because I think he had just came back from injury. So Pat Watkins was out there getting a lot of the play time. I didn't play that much at all.
Who Bell, by the way, similarly looks a little bit like
Pat Watkins?
Yeah, I was going to bring it up, but I didn't. But yeah.
That's
So kind of thought I was looking at a kind of a version of Pat Watkins.
Okay, so Pat Watkins was in there, and I barely played. I mean, I played on special teams, but I barely played defense. It ended up helping out because Pat Watkins didn't show improvement or enough to garner a roster spot, so they ended up releasing him the next week. But then came that last game where it was just us the entire game. As a matter of fact, I don't even think you played. You didn't even play that game, huh? You was already locked in.
I was like Jody. I think so. The first game I did well on special teams. I ended up getting an interception, at the end of the half. But game 2, I want to say I had like 5 or 6 tackles.
He was
special
balling on
teams.
teams. Yeah, he was balling on
And then
teams.
Joe D started trying to protect me, like, hey, man, like, I ain't seen a guy come in like this and make these type of plays. So he wanted to make sure I was healthy when I got into the season. So luckily, as we move forward further into it, it was like, he ain't playing. I got labeled. He ain't playing that much safety. We going to make sure that this guy is rolling. So by game 3 and 4, I was playing, with the ones on special teams. And then when they came out, I wouldn't
He wasn't doing
much.
nothing. It was me versus Ricky Williams in the hole. I remember that like it was yesterday. Ricky Williams coming through the hole, shaking me up like it ain't nothing.
Your boy had 8 tackles against San Diego in the special teams.
Yeah, he was balling.
I don't know. What
He was
say?
balling, man.
Knew he ain't asked me no questions after the game.
He ain't come to 40's locker, man.
Nah, man.
All right,
In them terrible locker
See,
rooms.
watching this touchdown right here. Now, let me also say this. Since you talk about people not interviewing folks after the game. The dudes, you guys were running out there, okay? Yeah, look at poor McQuamu right there, man.
I ain't McQuamu. That's,
I'm sorry.
Nation.
Right.
Nation.
Should have kept 40.
Nation. But so we had to go. Nation was walking out. We was trying to go get him, and luckily Scott Goldick brought him back in, and Nation was nice enough to talk to us. But after preseason game, you guys are gone. Okay,
We out of
Just
there with the
you-
quickness.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to
Oh,
you.
he's trying to say that's why he didn't.
Yeah, we all know. We all
Come
know. You been in that Qualcomm Stadium?
Oh, that thing
Man, that
is
thing is so terrible. They had us in the cut over here like a non-starters. Y'all over here, man. We next to the
sharing
bathroom.
a locker.
We did. There was one locker,
And
2
you be
players.
so mad too.
Man, they had you with a big dude in there taking up the whole. Man, give me my stuff. Going to the bathroom, man.
You guys can complain about that, but until you at the Cleveland Stadium, I don't want to hear it.
Man, Cleveland did have a terrible stadium. I ain't gonna lie to you on that one.
They hung it up on a hanger.
The stadium
Or a
they got
nail.
now?
No, the old.
Oh,
I was about to say,
yeah,
the one they got now ain't too good either.
No, that's luxurious, bro. No, I'm telling you,
Compared to that one?
they had them old lockers, and dude, it was a nail. People hanging stuff up on nails, man. No, it was.
You hate to see it.
It was an old place, so it's all good. But I'm looking for Saturday night. I'm looking for a bounce back game from Nashawn Wright and Bossman Fat, number 1, Kelvin Joseph. They need to we need to see some improvement. A lot of what Mike McCarthy spoke about after that game was, hey, a lot of guys, first time out there, rookies. Okay, so let's see what they do. Let's see how Ball improves. Let's see how Tyler Smith improves. I want to see improvement from guys like that.
Even though, Bossman Fat, Kelvin Joseph, second-round pick, from the reports and from what I'm hearing, I'm not so sure he's a lock for the roster, for a
He's
roster
on the
spot.
roster.
You think he's a lock
on
for
the
sure? The way Deron Bland been playing as well? I mean,
What you want to put on it?
I think
we'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it after the game. Yeah, you know, I'm never backing down from something. So I'll put something on it, but I'm not so sure.
By the way, let's talk about we put it on because prices for things have skyrocketed.
You ain't lying.
Well, I went.
Just give me a gas card, man.
I bought a smoothie the other day from a little old place. I just go man, $7 for 20 ounce. I'm like, what?
Hey, no, I'm going to the movies today. It's probably gonna cost me a good 50 piece.
Oh,
By the time I walk out of the movies, I'm probably gonna be to spend $50.
Yeah.
get that matinee. Get that matinee.
I'm
Tuesday.
going it.
We're going Tuesdays. Going Tuesdays.
So you saying Boss Man? He's a lock.
Boss man's locked to make this team.
I think he's locked too.
He's a lock to make this
I think he's
squad.
locked too. Probably my perspective is a little different than yours. Man had a lot of issues in the offseason that's still here.
Self-inflicted,
yeah,
though.
but he's still here.
Yeah.
What we know about the Cowboys, they are going to invest in those type of players and give them every opportunity to be a Randy Gregory.
That's what they
whatever.
told us
Yeah.
at camp when we asked the question. Basically, it was like, why is he still here? And they just went down the whole.
Where would you put him right now? Like, as far as the ranking in the court, I know we got Diggs, Lewis and Brown, the top 3. Would you put him above Nation? I don't know. Bland playing well.
Based off how they both played in that game, he's probably got the edge over Nation right now.
I mean, they both was getting,
Yeah,
They
They
up some
both,
plays.
but 2-5 got lit up a little bit more than number 1.
He
So
did. He did.
yeah, where yeah, 2-5.
Yeah, I think he's ahead of Nation right. I told you he should have kept 40 when those special teams have been okay.
So let me and this is the other thing. I did wonder about watching the game. Is C.J. Goodwin someone that they try to play with before? Hey, we're gonna cut you and try to get you back. I wonder because along the way they try to play games with the roster, but Boss Man Fat is not going anywhere. And I would ask you this: tell me the last time they cut a second-round draft pick in year 2.
Yeah.
Your man Tristan Hill.
I can't remember.
Tristan Hill's still here.
Gator Bowl out for how long though? I don't,
It's a different regime.
A different regime, but he's still here. So it's just rare. It's rare.
They're gonna give him all the opportunities. Do you think? But he has to perform in these last 2 preseason games. He got to do something. He can't go out there again and have another Denver performance.
He's still gonna make the team if he does.
Even if he gives up, touchdowns, yards like that.
Yes.
Don't gloss over this, bro. Hey, don't throw my man CJ name out there like that, okay? The MVP of 2 years ago. Don't do that to my guy. First of all, if Fossil is not standing on the table and making sure that this guy is on the squad and not playing with him like they did a couple years ago, release him and then try to pick him up so his salary is not guaranteed. Yeah. Moving. Don't do that to the guy.
I can see it happening though, because last year, there was clippings. Oh man, Goodwin's doing this. Special teams ace. Da, da, da. It ain't really heard too much, and that's not to say he's not balling.
Well, he's at that point in his career where he's locked in for what they know. They already know what he can do and what he can't do. All right, so he's the type of guy who's like a Slater up there in
Sam Hurst, Slater. Yeah.
They're not doing all this stuff during training camp. he might not even run out there on special teams because they already know that this is a guy that they need. Kind of similar to how I was my rookie year. Hey man, we need to make sure that our core players are healthy and ready to go going into the season, just like our quarterbacks, just like our defensive backs.
Did he play in that Denver game? Anybody? Did CJ come on? Okay.
Yeah. Which is one reason why I thought about it. I just thought about it because one of the things that we saw out here is, especially on defense, they have a lot of players they like, and there's a lot of guys doing nice things. Just as we saw yesterday, Deron Bland ends up making an interception. He's had a nice
3
camp.
PBUs too.
Okay, he's had a nice camp, and what do we constantly hear them talking about? We need to develop young players. We need to start, and while they didn't come out and say it, but we knew what they were hinting at. We've got guys coming up. And as we pay some of these guys, how do we make it all balanced? It becomes almost an 80-20 rule, where 20% of your roster is making 80% of the money.
Yeah.
And so this is how you start to say to yourself, okay, and I don't know 100%. All right, but I'm just doing math, and you guys have seen the salary cap, man. Okay, well, CJ out here is a veteran. What can we get with maybe Bland? Or what can we do with McQuamu? I mean, they're going to start to have those questions as they look at this roster and then say, well, maybe can we get this guy and let this guy come through who comes back? And who sneak through the roster. These are every team is having these questions, but the Cowboys like a lot of their defensive players.
Yeah, and you got like you mentioned McQuamu. There's a guy with a lot of position flex, man. I've seen him out there at safety as well as doing one-on-ones with the receivers, playing nickel. So there's also a guy. I mean, it's the more you can do, in my opinion. If you're more versatile and you have a lot of play or position flex, the Cowboys are more likely to keep you.
Bell ain't going nowhere.
Listen, then that's all fine and dandy, but I don't see that being as if you're second or third team and you can play corner and safety. If you can't play special teams, if you can't be a difference maker on special teams, that's irrelevant because the chances you getting on the field after a Trayvon, after a Jordan, after Anthony Brown or whoever else is second is very low. So they're not going to just have you. Well, they shouldn't just have you sitting on the sideline waiting for somebody just in case they get hurt. If you're not able to be super productive on special teams, which is what CJ is. So you're really going to have to be able to make up for that production if you figure out, man, we could probably let him go.
And the problem with a lot of these players are, the tape is out there that they're performing well. So it ain't like you can cut them and try to bring them back on the practice squad. I can see a lot of teams coming in cherry picking off of them. So Cowboys gonna definitely have some tough decisions to make.
And that's what I'm spitballing here is they're going to. Every year we see it. There's going to be somebody cut me like, really? They did that? I remember the first time when they cut CJ, what are we doing here?
I was upset they cut me.
What the hell are we doing?
What is going on?
I know. That was the day I came down to interview. Where's Danny? The camera's down. Let's just talk to McCray. Let's get that in. Let's do the special teams edition here. So let's take a break here. Let's take a break. We saw someone running routes. In Orange County. It was nice to see this player run a route. We'll talk about it next with Danny McCray, Barry Church, Newey Scruggs. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by DallasCowboys.com. SmoothieKing.com rating.
He ain't getting off press looking like that.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it, they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, ShaveLogic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit ShaveLogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to ShaveLogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Come watch the Cowboys practice during training camp at the Star, presented by American Airlines. Open practices will take place for, they're going to have back-to-back nights here, people, okay? Back-to-back nights at Ford Center at the Star in Frisco. You got to join the Cowboys night on Tuesday, August 23rd, starting at 4. And they've got an open practice Wednesday, August 24th at 6 p.m. So for more information, visit thestarinfrisco.com.
Your boy will be there.
Oh,
Your boy will be
look
there.
good.
I'm booked, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there. Me and Brad Sham in the building, all right? Me and Sham.
How much that check you getting there?
It's all right, man. It's all right.
So
You know,
you ain't coming for free.
Hell no.
Get a dinner. All this money this man making, he is booked.
Yeah, we booked out here,
Showing
man.
up. They couldn't afford Woody.
I was thinking. What do you? His price is too high. You know what I mean?
Got an iPad with a leather case and everything. You know he booked.
This is a gift. This is a gift.
Yeah, a gift.
This is a gift.
Rolling like that. Got a Doors T-shirt on.
What you know about them doors, man?
Do you know it?
Not a damn thing.
Do you know one song about the Doors?
Nope. The shirt was fly though.
You and my daughter, man. You and my daughter. She walking around with shirts like, do you know?
Hey man, they just trying to keep it alive. That's all. Cause I don't know. I never even heard of the Doors.
Look at your boy out
You
there.
never heard of the Doors?
Nah.
Okay. AC/DC?
Yeah, AC/DC.
Okay. My kid, huh?
Yeah. I heard of them. I probably heard a song or two on a movie.
What's my band? Hall & Oates. That's what they Hall & Oates, right?
You called it Oates and
Oates and Hall the first time, but Hall & Oates, all right?
Frankie Beverly Mays will be up in Dallas sometime soon. Just
you on that
so
Frankie
you know.
then.
Yeah, they be up there sometime soon.
All right.
I'll let you go, baby.
He's Danny McCray,
there we
the
go.
reality TV star. That's Barry Church, the Toledo Rocket. I'm Newey Scruggs. You are in the Players Lounge here. They're former Dallas Cowboys safeties, undrafted guys here. Cowboys just spent 2 days practicing against the Chargers. They'll play a preseason game on Saturday night, and then the Cowboys are going to head back here. The starters aren't playing Saturday night. This is going to be another game where they take a long, hard look to see the growth of the young guys. Do you agree with that philosophy?
Not for every starter. I think there are some guys who need to be playing. Now, Zeke doesn't need to play. Dak definitely don't need to play. CD don't need to play. I would like to see some of my defensive starters play. I would like to see the Trayvon Diggs, Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis. I would like to see them get some type of game time reps.
Jordan Lewis is out.
Oh, he's like with the hamstring, right?
Yeah,
Hamstring.
he's gonna miss it.
I would still like to see him get some rest before we get into a game against Tampa, game against Cincinnati, just so they can get that feel for what's going to be happening when they come in. The rules change every year with refs and how they call pass interference, what they allow you to get away with. I want them to get acclimated to what the season is going to be like during the preseason. Yeah. And also, I want to see what they look like as well.
I want to see what they look like as well. I mean, on offense, Zach Martin, he don't need to play. Tyron Smith, we don't need him to put any more ache on that body.
Yes, we do.
Out there on that body?
I just want to see him get something.
He don't need to play. I mean, Schultz, Dak, Zeke, those guys, they don't need to play. But I'd like to see T. Steele out there. I'd like to see Tyler Smith or McGovern, whoever's going to be at that left guard. I'd like to see Biotish out there, especially these wide receivers, minus CeeDee Lamb. I'd like to see them out there as well. And defensively, I wouldn't mind seeing LVE. Maybe a little Anthony Barr, get his feet wet a little bit if he's picking up the playbook as well. So I'd like to see those guys out there get a little experience out there. But I'm going to tell you who I really want to see out there. And it ain't even a starter. I want to see my boy Will Grier out there because I'm letting y'all know right now. If Cooper Rush go out there and perform like he did in his Denver game, this a wrap. Will Grier is in there. He's in there.
He got to stay on it.
He's in there. I got to stay on it. I got to stay on it.
This reminds me of when y'all was drinking the Kool-Aid and y'all stomach was so full.
Y'all know who messed that up, right? Y'all know who messed that up. We all know who messed that up.
We would like to see Will Grier play, all right? But I don't think that has anything to do with him being better than Cooper Rush. I would just like to see him get some play time, but not that much. I'm not really worried about that. We got Dak.
We got Dak.
We know Cooper Rush can come in an emergency situation and win a game if he needs
the backup.
to. We saw him do that.
If he's the backup.
Saw him do that. That's proven. But I want our defense, as many as we can, get out there a series or two. Get them a stop, tackle for loss, something like that, just so they can get that momentum rolling into which will be a big game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I also like to see Diggy Zoo out there as well. I mean, that's a guy that, he's going to a second year. He didn't play at all that first game, so.
I am a fan of Will Grier and what they're doing. I think they found a guy, Nussmeier knew of him in Florida. He was around him in Florida. They saw something in the young man that Carolina didn't. They're working with him. They feel like last year he kind of came in and had to really learn a lot. He was kind of behind. They like where he's going. I don't think this year he'll supplant Cooper Rush.
Put something on it. Put something on it.
That's two bets.
Put something on it, then.
And they open the Eddie V's right up the street.
Right the corner. Give me sauce in the
We can leave straight from here and
put something on it.
Look,
right now.
Fine.
All right.
Cooper Rush is going to be the number 2.
Yeah,
so what y'all putting on it? Come on, let's do it.
That's how we were going to talk after.
Oh, man. No, let the people see. Let the people see.
He said he was going to put something on it.
Because, Church would get off air and he tried to twist the words up a little bit, act like nobody said something. Go ahead, make the bet while we right here on camera.
When we get off air, we're going to put something on it. We're going to put something on it.
I'm going to record it, too.
The boy pulling out the. Oh!
Wait.
We got a lot of change in there. Hey, he might be. Oh! Is that a C note? Ooh! Hold on.
Oh, wait, look at Shah Khan, baby.
Let's go, baby. We good, baby. We good.
Yeah, my wallet's in the car.
Rush. Number 2. Okay, that's the bet?
That's the bet.
That's the bet right there?
Yeah.
Rush. We'll talk about it after the show.
No.
We'll talk about it after the show.
He can start sweating everything.
He got money, got me like, oh.
I mean, you the one calling it out.
We're going to put something on it. We're going to put something on it.
You got 2 bets out there, man.
We got 2?
Yes, you got 2
bets out there. You want some on it,
No, you had a bet earlier in the show that wasn't about Cooper Rush.
I just feel good about Cooper Rush being the number 2.
All right.
So you want it? You in or out?
I'm in. I've been in.
Boss Man Fat, you said you want to bet on that.
You can put something on it.
Okay.
Put something on it.
I bet you Boss Man Fat is on the roster, and I bet you Cooper Rush is the number 2 quarterback.
So we all in this. We're in both of them.
Yeah, I'm in both of them.
All right.
Okay.
We'll talk about what the payout is because apparently you don't want to say it on the line. So
no, we already know what the backup quarterback is. That's 100.
Yeah. Okay.
I ain't say all that. I remember saying. I said we gonna talk about it after the show. I ain't remember putting it. I mean, you pulled it out. So
you asked for it.
He's scared.
Ain't nobody scared.
You saw the confidence meter went down. Confidence meter went down real low.
A little too rich for my blood. A little too rich for my blood.
I mean, we're real low on this. So here's my confidence in Cooper Rush. I think what happened on Sunday Night Football in Minnesota matters. that while Will Grier may do some nice things, what the chip that Cooper Rush put in the bank with the Joneses, McCarthy, and that staff, I'm sorry. I don't see how anything Will Grier does in the preseason can wipe that out. I don't.
You left out his teammates as well. It's something, bro. We were here when Matt Castle walked into the game when Tony Romo was out.
Hey, you know how everybody felt.
And the entire team was like, oh, bro, this is a defense we got to win. Defense, we got to win the game.
It's on you.
Yeah. So there's something to be said
Castle's
about.
penciling in the
right?
L's.
Oh, man, we was like, yeah, we'll
get him next week. We'll get him next week, man.
We out there massaging Romo's shoulder, trying to get him back. Like, come on, bro, Matt Castle. It was a bad game. But you could see, like, the team followed. You know, when Matt Castle, you know, the attitude of like, oh, man, I don't know, this is going to be a rough one. Mm-hmm. Cooper Rush has gone in, and now the team knows it's not going to be a wasted game. They know that they have a chance to win, but they have to make a few extra plays. So that confidence that he gives the team is way different than what Will Grier is going to give him if he ends up in the game. I can guarantee you that.
Okay. Y'all could be right. Y'all also could be wrong. So, I mean, we going to see.
Well, that's what everything.
We going to see. We going to see.
I just put it out there for him.
Yeah. We'll see if he take it.
We'll see.
We'll see if he take it.
You
We'll let y'all know when we come back.
You seen what I pulled out of my wallet. All right. So you see where I'm at with
it.
You see where I'm at with it.
You ain't betting no dollars.
We see where I'm at with
trading
it.
places.
You sent your fantasy football money yet?
Yeah, fool. I sent my money in, man. Don't be trying to play me like that. Yeah, I sent my money in, fool. What's wrong with you? This ain't Toledo. This ain't my dudes.
$42, man.
All right, he was running routes out there in Orange County, California. Let's chat about one Michael Gallup next with this dude. I want to sit up here talking back.
Put some respect on my name. Oh, yeah, this dude.
The Hall of Famer, non-Booster Club member, Barry Church. The national champion reality TV show. He is Danny McCray. He instructs this Players Lounge right here on DallasCowboys.com radio.
And I pay my L Club dues, too.
No, you ain't paying no L Club.
Yes.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, Shave Logic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit shavelogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to shavelogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
We paid how much for those lessons?
Shh, she's doing great.
Oh yeah, totally. Can you pass me a Pepsi Zero Sugar? Great job, honey! Oh, look at that. That's not the end.
No way. Now it's time for the encore.
You know what? You're right. 5 times? Not enough times.
For everyone who traded in rock concerts for their kids' recitals, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's what I like.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Are you a Cowboys fan who spices up the game? Nominate yourself or a friend to be the Cowboys Fan of the Year, presented by Captain Morgan, and win a trip to Super Bowl 57 in Arizona. Nominate today at DallasCowboys.com/fan of the year. Super Bowl in Arizona this year.
That's a nice location.
Cardinals trying to be the third straight team to host the Super Bowl in their home stadium, and the previous 2 won it. Rams last year. Tom Brady, company before that. Tom Brady so confident in the Cowboy game, he ain't even showing up to practice.
remember what he did to us last year?
Hey, what if that man show up the week of? Let's slap something together here.
Ain't like he ain't seen it before. Yeah. He chopped us up in unfortunately in Atlanta, and then came back last year. He put up some good yards on us, but we did get some turnovers on them. Was it four?
Man,
four turnovers on them last year.
Tom Brady's not at training camp. Todd Bowles said he's not sure when he's coming back, but he said they had a plan. Well, his time was already approved when he coming back. Oh no, okay. This man not worried about the Cowboys.
If you're a player in that organization, I mean, I understand he's a GOAT. I understand 20 years, he's doing whatever. Do you look at the coach like, hold on, man, let me. How come? Just you just go. But I'm saying, like, if you're a Levante David type guy out there, 12 years in the league.
This man that came here and won you a Super Bowl. He came here and did exactly what he said he was going to do, and you were one play away from going back pretty much because if he catches that interception last year that Matthew Stafford throws up to the middle of the field, they going on to the next round. Yeah. All right, so stay there, bro. We know exactly what you're bringing to the squad. Okay. We're not worried about Tom Brady, and I ain't counting that man back. Go ahead and do what you got to do, bro. Please, just when you come back, just be ready to go.
Just be ready to go.
You clearly understand this isn't New England because Belichick would not have gone for this at all. And you can do this in Tampa Bay.
Oh, I got to do it on Todd Bowles' watch, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
he got Bowles a job.
He did.
No, he ran errands out there. Apparently, that's the story. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back without him.
Now they all saying like everything out there is like he basically the coach himself. So like why they got to do that on Todd Bowles' watch, man? Like
that's what Peyton Manning did. Coaching himself.
When Dungy, he did his own thing with Dungy?
No, I'm talking about Peyton Manning when he would in Denver. Denver's like, I'll come here, but we're gonna do what I want. You're gonna do what I want us to do.
What you think Aaron Rodgers up there doing? Did you hear the way he was speaking in that interview? The guys that's gonna be out there are the guys that I can trust. He was Then at the last part, he was like, the team, the team I'm on. Yeah, bro.
It doesn't look good. The optics aren't good at all.
Yeah, I understand.
And this is, you could say, is the player taking advantage of the situation? Yeah, he's taking advantage of the situation. But at the same time, what you said, how much money did they print because Tom Brady went there?
It's a lot of bread. Jersey sales, tickets.
And what did they offer? Like when they had the conversation of like, hey man, you retired. We would love to have you back, right? They probably had some conversation that was like, I'm just letting you know, there may come a time where I'll have to step away for a minute, but I'll be back and I'll be ready. And like, hey man, as long as you come back,
we don't know the
because when he retired, I'm sure they were willing to give up whatever they could to make sure that he came back.
You see, they kicked Arians on up like, hey, you want to come back? Arians, get your butt up top.
They ain't worried about this. They fine. They know he gonna be ready for game one to show up against the Dallas Cowboys.
I hope he ain't ready.
Tom like, I never lost to the Cowboys. I'm good.
He coming here, right? They coming here.
Yeah. I mean, plus you do know who their backup quarterback is.
Who the backup over here?
Blaine Gabbert.
Oh, man. He's still in the league?
So of course they said,
man.
Can you give me 24 hours before you come back, Tom? Give me 24 hours notice. I can tell everybody. Yeah. So there you go there. You could do that when you win. I had a conversation about how much merchandise could the Cowboys, and they're also partnered with Nike, how much could they sell if the Cowboys won a Super Bowl?
Already valued at the most. I mean, jeez.
You would never stop selling.
You wouldn't hear the end of it.
All you gotta do is put a star in 2022 on there, and that stuff will sell forever. The year that the Cowboys won another Super Bowl. And tattoos, all type of stuff.
Oh,
you might open up your own tattoo shop. Just licensed tattoos for the Dallas Cowboys.
There was somebody just threw it at me and said we could do $120 million maybe in a month of just gear.
Gear alone. Them hats would go bananas. NFC champions or NFC that would go nuts.
Right. So when you talk about, hey, Tom Brady, you're gone, when you coming back, and we're laughing about it, but at the end of the day, that man made them that much money.
You did make him a lot of bread.
And now that he's coming back, you jacking up ticket prices, you jacking up park. I mean, and people are going to pay it. In fact, I told one of my buddies, I said, you may want to go ahead and find a ticket to this game when Tampa comes to town because you don't know when you're going to see him again.
I need to get a ticket.
So there are, and I'm older than you guys. I've covered a lot of people. There are certain players that when they come to town, man, to be honest, he should be making 2 checks because the other team should be paying him too.
He's selling out the
man, dude. When Jordan came to L.A., both times, because the Clippers, they played the old sports dungeon, man. Everybody was banking, man. In fact, it was funny. So when Clippers employees used to be able to get tickets to games, Donald Sterling wouldn't let nobody have no tickets that game.
Just because of the Jordan factor?
Mm-hmm. Like, you like, hey, if the Hawks are coming here, T-Wolves, they get your 4 tickets, Barry. Then you get your 4 Jordan here. Oh, yeah, no. Not tonight. Not tonight. So he was selling them and sold every one of them.
And made that money.
He did.
They're available for purchase, Barry. You can make the employee purchase, but so Jordan was making that kind of money. Folks who would normally sell, they were selling out for high prices. But it's rare. Okay, I mean this is rare in sports where somebody can do that. But Tom Brady's that kind of guy.
Well, listen, the Cowboys are no strangers to that either. Because when the Cowboys come to town, you best believe that ticket prices and sales and all that stuff is going up and through the roof.
I'll give you a good prime example. Trying to get over there to the Broncos facility for the free practice. Cowboy fans rolled up in there. Cowboy fan rolled up in there and said, you had to get there early, even though it was free. I mean, you had to put in that work. So Cowboys come to town, man, it's a big deal. Even on Saturday when we were driving, okay, we were like, all right, man, what time's practice? Well, we better leave a little bit early. Man, I thought we were doing something leaving a little bit early. Man, these people was out here like 6:45. Deep on
big old line coming through.
Then they had to shut down the other side of the road. I'd never seen that. I've been going out to Oxnard since they started, man. I never seen them have to shut down the other part of the street.
But we got the most star power in the league.
So
when you talk about when you talk about Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, Micah Parsons, when you talk about top to bottom, like people are coming to see these guys.
Yeah. All right, guys. Michael Gallup ran some routes yesterday. You looking at me like
you don't like the way it looks. The man coming off ACL.
I'm just saying. I want to know. What
I'm excited.
Like.
You looking at me like you didn't like what you saw.
I mean, like the man said, he's coming off of ACL.
You guys are former safety, so you tell me what you see.
To me, look like
these grins.
He looked like you're coming off ACL.
Yeah, let's just put it like that.
And he knows, and he knows also what the trainers told him to do. Like not to go too hard and all that stuff. But he looked like a guy who was coming off injury, who's not preparing to be ready for week 1, as we already know.
He said.
He looked like he's going to take the time that he needs to come back and be healthy and productive, so he doesn't have to worry about risking himself to injury again. And he also knows that he's trying to get paid. He wants to continue to put that stuff out there, right? Because when his next contract is up, it's like this: hey man, you're coming off ACL injury. You don't want to wait until next year to say, all right, this is going to be the year I have a good year. Nah, you want to come back, hit the ground running like a Odell, when he comes off. Hey, man, no matter what happens, I'm finna come out here. If I play 6 games, I'm going to have 550 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, he just looked like a guy that is coming off of ACL.
I'm trying to give some props.
I don't see you know how Adrian Peterson came back in 8 months or something ridiculous. I don't see that, but I see more around week 5, week 6. We should get a better understanding of what Michael Gallup can bring to this team.
They gave him some money. They gave you a little deal.
Yeah, little deal. They'll look out for you now.
Yeah, but he wants to get a real contract.
72 mil did he get? I don't know how much realer than that.
You're a hard man over here. You're a hard man to please.
No, I'm kidding, man. But he should take his time.
Yeah, he definitely should.
Because we know what he is when he's fully healthy, and we want to see him fully healthy. We don't want to see an 80 or 90% Michael Gallup. We want to see him at 100% because that's the guy that's going to help us move further into the playoffs and hopefully get to the Super Bowl.
What I hope doesn't happen is, week 1, 2, 3, offense is struggling. We need production out of our receivers, and they start getting all right, man, you ready? You ready to help us out now? We need you to come on. I just hope they don't do that, which they don't. They don't have a history of rushing guys back. I just hope they let him take his time. Britt Brown, Jim Maurer, and those guys, they usually do an outstanding job of getting guys rehabbed and back to full strength. So let him take his time, get back when he's ready. He'll be ready.
Well, you saw how practice ended with young Houston, the rookie.
With the Hail Mary catch, huh?
And I'm reading Dave Hellman's tweets, and Houston, his name just keeps popping up. Making big catches across the middle. Guys draped all over him. Shout out to Houston, man.
He doing his thing.
The quarterbacks like him. That's the biggest thing is the quarterbacks. Talking to Will Grier and Cooper Rush, like he's where he's supposed to be. And Dak likes him. So, you're not running up there with the ones unless Dak likes you.
Yeah.
So that to me speaks volumes. All right, Dak has got you out there, and he's throwing more to Houston Dak's throwing more to Houston than he was Simi Fehoko. Though Simi's made some nice catches, had a touchdown catch in the Denver game. So that bodes well for Houston. But to me, I really listened to what Grier and Cooper Rush were saying, because these are the guys he was working with them. Yeah. For the time the OTAs were, so he spent a lot of time working with those guys, and so they liked the player and had nothing but good things to say. So,
what are we hearing about? Anthony Barr and his first kind of go out there, in this new defense.
To me, I'm wondering what I see Saturday. Okay. We'll even play Saturday, so I'll be interested to see. But I think they've got Mike McCarthy said they had a plan. Okay. Ramp him up, and then you saw him practice a little bit. So I'll trust them in their plan. And one thing and I give Mike McCarthy a lot of credit, he spoke about last year, they push guys, try to do some of the conditioning things, push guys too early and got guys hurt. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to take their time to make sure guys got in here when they needed to go, they went. Because you get hurt, man. Next thing you set back with Jordan Lewis, got a little hamstring, so now he's out for the rest of camp, and this is one of your key players. Yeah. Which is another reason why Boss Man Fat is going to be on this team.
Forgot
and
about
by the way, we made our bets during the break, just so everybody know. So I got to put it on tape right here.
They put something on it.
On tape.
Even D-Mac jumped in on it. So we got something.
We have a $20 bet. You say Will Grier's going to be the number 2 quarterback.
I say he's going to be it.
We are on Team Rush, maintaining his position as number 2. You got $20 on the Cowboys cutting Boss Man,
which I'm not too confident about. I'm not too confident about that.
But you made the bet.
I made it though.
So
I made it.
Hopefully,
I ain't too confident about that.
The beautiful Mrs. Church done watch. Did she see her husband got to pull out gas money?
I'll be sleeping on the couch. Hey, I didn't.
And paying gas money to us on these bets.
Costs about $5 to come out here.
Shout out to LVE too, because I heard he's having a pretty good camp.
Yeah, you saw he picked up Herbert.
I seen him.
He picked up Herbert.
He picked your man off.
You see how Herbert, y'all seen them bombs he was throwing,
right?
Your man
didn't even see it. He's like, oh,
y'all seen them bombs he was throwing, though, right?
I ain't gonna say. Bomb on Anthony Barr.
And he dotted up, get Diggs as well.
Yeah, but that was a little out of the pocket. He probably would have been sacked.
There wasn't a soul by that.
You know what, man?
Herbert, we trust, baby.
Philly fans have gone overboard and going after Diggs.
Yeah, they did. Now, what he deleted that?
Based on that little old catch that Keenan Allen had when Diggs had back turn, they went and tore him. There's a picture of a face with crisp on it, and it's about Diggs at camp this year. I mean, they have gone so hard at Trey Diggs, man. Shout out to him for closing that account.
They trying to throw him off for the for when they play, man. That's all.
It's got to be. I see the man's making some good plays out there, but all you see that's highlighted is
it's wrong. It's wrong, man. And you just I don't know how social media works. That you're that guy that they want to go get.
They make sure they find them clips too. Oh, there go Diggs.
No, he just woke up.
Got about 25 notifications. Man, what is going on?
I mean, just if you do something on you, Joey Gallup was like that when he was with the Yankees, man. The man strike out, and this guy. Twitter has people that they target, man, and I don't know what Diggs did. He a nice guy, doesn't bother nobody.
Yeah, it ain't like he out here just I'm the greatest to ever do it.
Kanye trolling folks doing stuff, but yes, for some reason, man, people decide they want to go after Trey Diggs,
just
man.
That star, man.
Smart on him to go ahead and cancel it. Delete the account, get off it. He said it was too negative. Game 1.
I hope he sticks with that.
When Tom Brady get back from his vacation, maybe Diggs be ready to go ahead and snag one again from him. So that's what I'm looking forward to, man.
Think so?
We'll see.
Look forward to it. All right, we're back. I want to say Tuesday. Tuesday we're back.
Yeah, I want to say it's a
Tuesday, Thursday next week.
Thursday next week. I believe so. But
Tuesday.
I got a note from Chris Bean, so Tuesday, Thursday.
Tuesday.
And then I got to see what I'm doing for the Media Mash. But most of all, make sure, like the podcast. You can find us on Spotify. Every place you get a podcast, you're going to find the Players Lounge and other Dallas Cowboys podcasts. So we need to get our numbers up.
No doubt.
We need to get some numbers up here. And then we may have a sponsor later on, I heard, maybe. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Somebody come pick us up.
Available. We're available.
Sheets, come holler at your boy. Need that gas, baby.
You so Negro. We need some gas. Stop.
It's expensive
man.
in these streets, man.
Stop.
It's expensive.
With your luxury car. It's cost me a lot for my premium gas in my luxury vehicle. Okay.
It does, man.
Okay.
It does,
Sean gave me a bag, but I need you to feel.
Hey, Sean.
Stop it. We're leaving. He's going to go play golf. We're leaving. Church,
It's too hot.
McCrae, Scruggs.
It's humid
We're
out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!